Hey guys, you might remember a couple months ago I did a video about my interview with a soft MAGA guy. So due to the business relationships, the temporary business relationships, so this guy was basically, I'll just call it a client of mine. I mean, I shouldn't even have done the video that I did, even though, you know, I kept it totally anonymous, didn't reveal anything too confidential or private. And also, you know, the odds of, I mean, I'm a small channel, man, the odds of him running into my channel, very unlikely. But that was very dangerous, even what I did, because the financial situation that I'm in, hopefully I'm not still in that situation. Comment below and ask me if I am or I'm not. My aggressive goal is that I should be on to greener pastures at the time you see this video, because I'm gonna upload it today, which today is 2 months ago. So ask me how I'm doing. Hopefully I'll have some good news to tell you. Anyway, what I'm gonna share now is stuff that definitely would go too far in terms of risk to me. If on the odd chance that he runs into this video, yeah, that would be very bad. But at the point that you're seeing this now, it's too late to matter. So, with that being said, and it's nothing big, just a quick note. So, if you remember, I asked him to tell me where he gets his news from, and he was very much like podcast, Joe Rogan, Lex Friedman. Lex loves these guys, right? Brett Weinstein, right? He's totally on the Trump train, and Elon Musk, and he doesn't really see what's going on, the war that's going on. All he knows is the right-wing talking points. Everything he brings up to me is stuff that I'm already aware of, but I know more about it than he does. So he's trying to inform me on things that he doesn't even know about, which was crazy, right? So consider this. He sends me a link to a bunch of people that he says I should check out. And they're all people I'm already aware of and already checked out. I know their content. He literally sends me a video that I shared with you guys like days ago with a guy talking about the continuing resolution bill and all that kind of stuff. So I send him one thing. I told him I'm going to send him some links that I think might balance out his media diet, because I said that there's propaganda everywhere, and in order to know reality, you need to listen to left wing and right wing to get the pieces, and combined you can get closer to reality. But I sent him one link to start, because I wanted to be very strategic about what I sent him a link to ground.news. And if you don't know about ground.news, it's not a sponsored video. Ground.news is a great video. Great resource to deal with, you know, propaganda. You know, you can see stuff that there's a blind spot section on their page that shows you stuff the right wing is not talking about, stuff the left winger is not talking about. I wish I used it more. I don't use it as much as I used to, but a great resource. So I sent him this link yesterday, and because he responded to me, and then he responded to me today. He says in his response to me pointing out, I didn't even just go after who he's listening to. I said that there's propaganda all over the place, and I think I may have referenced that people he's listening to. I don't know if I specifically attacked them, but it might be implied in what I said. He says, I don't share propaganda, only facts. That's what he says to me. So I asked him, did you take a look at the Ground News page I sent you? No, I didn't look at it. This is why I say the typical people that are Trump supporters, don't just get stuck on it's an IQ thing that they're just dumb, right? Because let's say this guy's pretty smart. How is that relevant if he's unwilling to get outside of his bubble, right? He's sharing me what he's listening to, and I've already checked them out. I'm already aware of them. I'm open to hearing different perspectives, but he's not. I'm not even sending him like a left-wing YouTuber or something. Ground News, again, they share news stories from all across the spectrum, left-wing, center, right-wing, whatever, right? If he really wants to know the truth, this should be a resource that he would be excited about. Like, oh, let me check it out. No interest, no curiosity, doesn't check it out, right? So he's willing to promote, oh, Rogan podcast, let's read it. But I show him something that may not mesh with what he believes to be true, no interest. So his intelligence level becomes irrelevant, right? Only if he was willing to see different perspectives would it be relevant, because then I could show him the other side of the story and see his intellectual ability to discern and say, well, okay, this source is good or this source is garbage. But I never get to see it because he's not even willing to have something sort of potentially question his beliefs. I'm going to still try to send him some left-wing stuff, and I'm gonna very specifically, I'm gonna tell him, like, these guys are propagandists, right? That's the thing. I'm clear on what's going on, right? So I know what propaganda is. So I'm gonna literally share sources that I'm gonna tell him these are left-wing propaganda channels, but I think you should listen to what they're saying, because the right-wing propaganda channels, you know, they aren't gonna tell you certain things that these guys will, right? The people you're listening to will tell you some things that the left-wing guys aren't, right? But you gotta listen to both if you really want to know the truth. I don't think he really wants to know the truth, right? There's millions of Americans just like him. So you can come with all kinds of facts and evidence and logic and breaking it down and this and that. They're not interested. This is what you're up against. Don't get me wrong. You got hysterical people on the left who are just like that. But those are random people. MAGA is a formal sort of group that has a lot of power, and the leader of this movement is going to be the president of the United States. The historical left-wingers who have no interest in, hearing a different perspective about Kyle Rittenhouse, for example, those folks are leaderless. They are floating around doing their thing. MAGA is a real movement. So it's much more significant that that movement has so many people that have no interest in truth.